Okay, off to a good start. Got off to a really late jump this morning to no fault of my own. When I woke up this morning, the wind was just blowing in the wrong direction, and so all the stands that I had planned out just weren't going to work. So headed in a different direction and set up, and just wasn't a very good stand. I didn't really know where to park. I think I walked too long. I had to walk out to the collar 2 times. The wind switched right in the middle of it. I mean, it just wasn't a very good setup. So when that wind switched, I just decided my old stands would work. So I went back up to set up at the first one, and the first one was a complete bust. I walked out like 500 yards and just never found a spot to set up. So just turned around and walked back. Drove back over to my second stand where I'm just setting up now. And as you can see, this country out here is just super flat. So I'm having to do some different stands than what my traditional stands are. You know, normally I'm up high, I'm looking down. This is just more flattish right on top of them because this is really the only spots to set up. But anyways, I got the car parked only about, I don't know, maybe 100 yards over there behind a tree. And I came out here and I set up, and I don't know if you can see it, but if you see that little dark bush that's kind of like, I don't know, maybe 70 yards in front of me, that's where the collar is. I set the collar right there, and I just started playing Rapid Distress, real light, maybe 2-3 minutes, just played a low sequence. Didn't see anything, so I shut it off for a little while and turned up the volume and popped it on again, and I was just sitting here a couple minutes, and I mean, it was just the most bizarre thing. So one comes, I'm looking over here this direction, one comes over here from my left, basically, in between me and the collar. So the collar, like I said, it's on that dark little bush. He comes in between that. Just didn't know where the heck he was. I think because the wind's blowing right at me. I think he was trying to get downwind of it. He hadn't seen me or anything, so I just shut the collar off, and he paused and stopped like, God, he couldn't have been more than 30 or 40 yards over there. We'll go range him in a second and see how far it was, but I'm guessing it wasn't very far. And he popped him, he wagged his tail for, I don't know, 3 minutes probably, so I never saw him get back up, so he's definitely dead, or down anyways. I don't know if he's dead. Pretty sure he's probably dead at this point. That wagging got less and less as the time went on. So anyways, my next stand I got planned out. It's a little more traditional. I'm going to be setting up on a hillside looking down. So anyways, that's coyote number 15 right there. So it took me a lot shorter to get to, to this side of the 20 than it took me to get to the first side of the 10, if that makes any sense. Those first 5 took me years, but these second 5 have went pretty quick. I'll knock those out in a couple of years. But anyways, let me walk over to him. He's just right over there. I'm taking the rifle for sure, just in case, but like I said, I don't think he's still alive. Probably really the only question is how bad the gunshot is, because he was kind of facing away from me, so I couldn't get a real clean shot on him. Absolutely, definitely just a pup. I could tell that when he runs in. So there, if you can see it now, it's probably in the sun is the collar. It's bad spot, honestly, because of the sun. The sun's right there, so it's in your eyes for sure. So viewing wasn't the most easy thing. Yeah, boy, that's a tiny little guy. That is a tiny little guy. he's gone. Oh. I'm guessing male, so let's see what we got here. Yeah, it makes a liar out of me every flipping time. Of course, it's a female. As soon as I say that, yeah. Well, that's great. I'm just hoping now I can get more. But anyways, I'll get a couple shots of him, but that's the story. So let's see how far it is back to where I was set up at. Yeah, I'm set up right back up there at that tree. I got 45 yards. So, but that's calling. You know, you want them to come to you, not shoot at them far away. So, generally most of my shots are pretty close. Honestly, about this range, to 100 yards maybe. So, all right. Thank you. I'm signing off.